So in today's video, we're gonna be going through everything I bring along with me when I travel. Now this can vary. We're doing a road trip, so I'm obviously gonna pack a little bit more than I would if I was flying. First, before I pack though, I gotta do a client video for this thing. So I've also started doing things like 360 product overviews for companies. I'll update you guys throughout the year, see how that's going, if it's actually worthwhile, if it's profitable. With that said, it's time to get ready for this road trip. So I think we're taking the Low Pro on this trip. Pretty much every road trip I'll take this because it's gonna fit a lot more. This may come with me as well since I need to bring my work laptop, but technically we'll have 2 camera bags, so I'm gonna be packing a little bit more than usual. So now the fun, definitely taking the drone. Let's grab our Peak Design. Lens selections. Love my 70-200. If you haven't seen my review on this yet, definitely go check that out. This is the best telephoto lens, no joke. Definitely bringing along the A1. We're shooting on the A7S III right now. All right, so I just finished packing the camera bag. Intentionally didn't want to show you everything because I want to save some stuff for later. I did fit everything into the single Low Pro 458W. So in terms of what lights I wanted to take, I really wanted to take the 120D Mark II, but instead where my normal rim light is, that's now packed up fine. That is the Lightstorm LS1C. Sadly, they stopped making that. I love this light. It's daylight, color temp adjustable, packs up so small, and it's actually pretty bright as well. I used to use that as my main key light for a long time on this channel. This is gonna fit. You know, I'm only gone for a little over a week, but I'm just notorious at overpacking. I'd rather have something and not need it than not have it and need to go buy something. And not sponsored, although I wish I was, Filson makes some awesome stuff, especially if you need luggage or clothes. It's just built to last, made in the USA, really good quality. Big thumbs up to Filson. Also, I might be the only person in the world that is this anal about bringing their coffee setup with them. But I do bulletproof coffee every single morning, and it's something that the day isn't right if I don't do it. I've been doing it for 2 years straight. Definitely bringing that with me. Everything is packed up and ready to go. And yes, I'm probably taking too much crap. But I would rather overpack than underpack on a road trip because guess what? I just leave it in the truck if I don't need it. So let's get the car loaded up. This one is always ready for travels. Give it a lap. Watch out for the camera. What a good girl. I'll tell you one thing. Since I got the locks on these fixed, that has been such a dream to be able to have all this storage space. All right, now clearly I'm not taking dirt roads the whole way to Texas. However, definitely wanted to get some drone shots and I wanted to try out Active Track. So that was the first time I used Active Track on the Mavic 3 since they introduced it. My biggest complaint, which seems outrageous for the drone that just came out in 2021, is you can't use D-Log and Active Track at the same time. Like, if they didn't put a powerful enough processor in it, that's a big omission on their part. Back onto I-70 and I picked up a little snack. I've been eating really healthy for the last few weeks, but on these road trips, you just gotta stop and get whatever's convenient. Traveling through these small towns in Colorado is just kind of fascinating. Motel 6 for tonight. We're getting all settled in. I used to do like Holiday Inns and stuff, and I don't know why, because when you just need a room, 70 bucks with a pet, not bad. So while Haley's having her dinner, I'm gonna have a drink, and got this salad I brought with me. Haley's got a treat. She's chilling, she's happy. And Dad is doing some editing. Time to get back on the road. We have got 45 minutes to go, almost there. The weather is beautiful. Just got here, place looks awesome. I think it's time to get unpacked. So first things first, we got the Peak Design tripod. You saw this earlier. Let's get it set up so we can film. All right, so let's get this sucker unpacked. Starting off, we have our Rode Wireless Go. So this allows me to have a dynamic mic setup. Right now we're using our shotgun. It's the ECM B1M microphone on the camera. This is predominantly what I'll use. However, if I need to walk away from the camera, I need to do anything else. Basically, it's a lav mic wirelessly. We'll hook up to this, and that brings us to number 2, the A1, which you saw earlier. If I need to be recording on both microphones, I can do that. I can have a shotgun on one camera and I can have the A1 on another. So let's set this up as our B camera right now so I can show you what I'm talking about. Before we do that though, we gotta throw a lens on. So this is one of my top lenses, the 24 f1.4 GM lens. Astro shots, wide angle, photos of the car, vlogging even at a 24 if you really want to, if you can hold the camera out. This lens does it all. I definitely recommend this lens for anyone that likes primes and needs a wide angle. Obviously brought the dog, although she doesn't fit in the pack. If I am doing photos and I can only ever take one lens, it's gonna be the 50 f1.2. Such a dynamic lens on here. Really, really love this thing. It's just great because the 50 is basically something that just frames what you're looking at. So that's really nice for me. And I'm just such a big fan of this lens. Not gonna harp on the 70 to 200 too much. We talked about this earlier, but I also bring the teleconverter. Such a dynamic setup between these two. So again, I did a video review on this recently. Go check it out on the channel if you have any questions. The teleconverter has been great too. I wanna throw that out there. It doesn't distort, focusing speed still seems good. You are gonna double the aperture because that's what happens when you also double the focal range. However, you just gotta have your lighting accordingly. Such a fun lens and so light. ND filters, these are the Polar Pro Peter McKinnon edition, Mist edition. I do like these for a cool look. I am using the BW 1 to 5 stop on here. And having that 1 to 5 stops over 2 to 5 is a big difference, especially if you're going indoors and outdoors. I don't have to take the ND filter off. I can adjust the ISO a little bit and I can go all the way down to 1 stop. So it's almost like having it off entirely. Mavic 3, I was hesitant if I should upgrade to this or not over the Mavic 2 Pro. If you see my old videos, I had the zoom lens as well and you can actually swap them out. This being all in one, the bigger sensor, I've just been so blown away by the image quality on this. Still some gripes, as I talked about that earlier when we were driving. For some reason, a lot of the modes, so when you're using Explore mode, which allows you to zoom, that doesn't allow you to use log. Same with when you're using Active Track now. They gotta fix that. I hope firmware can update that. I don't know why they're doing that. And the controller, a lot I like about this controller and the interface. The one big thing is if you came out with a drone that zooms, why isn't there a zoom toggle on here? Technically, if you hold the function button, there's a knob here, but otherwise you gotta pay 1,100 bucks to get their upgraded remote, and that's gonna give you 2 of these twisty knobs. They shouldn't have reused the Air 2S controller and they should have just given you a new controller. Personal opinion, especially when you're spending that much on a drone. But overall, I still love that drone and I highly recommend it. So just in case I need like a POV on this, I'll use this guy. Don't always use it, but it does allow me to strap it to my chest with the capture clip on there. So that's kind of cool. I always just bring it along. It's so small anyway, it's durable. Just throw it in the bag and you're good to go. Verizon hotspot. Travel with a hotspot all the time now. This has 150 gigs data limit for like 110 bucks a month, just in case you need it in a pinch. Master and Dynamic MW08 Sport. These crush the AirPods. I actually brought a few other headphones I'm not gonna show you because I'm gonna do a comparison and video on these in the near future. Really have changed the game for me. I love these headphones. They've been amazing. They're really comfortable. The audio quality is insane. Battery life is like 10 to 12 hours. All around, they did a great job. If you haven't heard of Master and Dynamic, go check them out because honestly, not sponsored. Wish I was. They are such good headphones. 14-inch new MacBook Pro. Maxed out specs aside from the hard drive. This is an editing beast. I decided to go with the classic silver instead of the space gray this time. I just wanted to feel unique. So last but not least, this is the Noctagon KR4. This is a custom one I got, so it's a floodlight. It is a 4500 temperature. It's a 16 array LED. This thing's crazy. It puts out, I wanna say it's around 4,500 lumens. Yeah, real bright, good CRI index. I always just kind of carry this when I'm camping, traveling, whatever, because it's so compact. It's very practical to use. It has infinite range in terms of brightness to darkness. So that's really cool. If I need a different light setup, I can use this. It's just always with me. Honestly, the rest in here is just kind of cables and straps. So I'm bringing a shoulder strap for my camera, charging cables. We have a CF Express Type A reader from Sony. Surprisingly, are drastically faster off this than hooking the camera up directly. In case you're on the fence, you didn't know that, and you're currently using the CF Express Type A cards, definitely recommend a reader. I'm using the Sony one. I've had no issues and a big fan so far. So that's gonna do it. 2022 style, that's what I am packing in my bag right now. There's not a lot on the horizon I really wanna upgrade to. I'm really happy with this setup so far. Let me know what you guys think of this setup. Anything I'm clearly missing, anything you're thinking about upgrading to that I have and you might have questions on, leave a comment below. Hit that thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe for more of this stuff. I'm gonna have a fun week here in Austin, and I will see you guys next time. As always, it's been a pleasure.